Jared Polin Photo.com, and this is your...
You could trouble me for a warm glass of shut the hell up.
Photo News Fix. First up, DJI released a teaser for a forthcoming drone called the AVATA 360. And guess what? It only captures 180-degree videos. I kid, it's a 360 drone set to fully launch on March 26th. At the time of writing this week's script, DJI's website, at least here in the United States, has nothing about the new AVATA. But when you tune into YouTube, there's a handful of first impression videos that were released. Now, it's pretty obvious that this camera is targeted to go after Insta360's drone called the Anti-Gravity A1. Now, mind you, DJI has been making drones for much longer, but Insta360's 360 cameras have been better for longer than the drones. Now anyway, there is currently little to no information on specs or pricing, so I've turned to Flypath's YouTube video where he went hands-on in the snow and rain a few months back. Now, the design of the drone seems simple and clean, and the 360 camera rotates so you don't muck up the lens when it takes off or lands. Now, speaking of lenses, just like what Insta360 has done with their 360 cameras, DJI has done so here. You have the ability to swap out lenses if you damage or break them with a simple tool. Now, Flypath shows a bunch of different ways you can fly the AVATA 360, but they were unable to share anything more. Now, in theory, 8K 360 cameras in the sky make sense because you can fly now and compose later, but it all comes down to quality. Does it look good? Does it make sense? And is a 360 drone really worth it and needed? Now, let me know what you think down below. Next up, Venus Optics has announced two new probe zoom lenses.
Anal probe night.
Yes, you heard that right. Probe lenses that zoom.
That is really hot.
You have a 15 to 24 T8 and a 15 to 34 T12. Now, we do have a set of their probe lenses here at the studio that Steven likes to break out from time to capture extra B-roll of cameras and lenses that we are reviewing. We also have the microscopic lens setup as well, and those things are amazing. So Venus Optics and Laowa have done an incredible job. So what makes these probe lenses so unique over regular macro lenses? Well, it's the ability to not only be macro, but be wide angle to help you capture unique angles for photos and videos. Now, these probes are long and strong with the ability to rotate and even are waterproof. So that means you can play with them in the bathtub with bubbles. On the tech spec side, both of these lenses have a minimum focus distance of 5mm or 0.2 inches. That's a lot. They have 37 lens elements in 26 different groups with 9 bladed apertures. The direct view attachment can be swapped out for a 35-degree view, a 90-degree view, and a periscopic view.
A periscope.
Yes, these lenses are unique and fun, but they do come at a price. Each probe starts at $3,499 with the direct view module included, and go up from there depending on how many other attachments you buy. Expensive, sure. Unique, you betcha, but they're not for everyone, but for the creators that need them, they're well worth it. This fix is brought to you by Storyblocks, which has been an invaluable asset for us for well over a decade at this point. Now, Storyblocks gives you unlimited access to royalty-free photos, videos, music, sound effects, vectors, motion backgrounds, and so much more for one subscription cost, which means you never have to pay per clip, which is a pain in the ass. Now, on top of that, there's a Storyblocks plugin for Adobe Premiere that allows you to search all of Storyblocks right from Premiere, and that is a time saver for you editors. Now, we pretty much use something from Storyblocks in every single video that we make. In fact, in honor of my bowling show called Born to Bowl, here's a clip of two bowlers doing I don't know what on the lanes. Because if I was next to them on the lanes, you know what I would be yelling? Bowl already! That's right. For more information and to sign up, head on over to storyblocks.com/fro. Next up, will Canon announce zooms in 2026 that are faster than f2?
Who typed a question mark?
According to Canon rumors, the answer to that, as always, is maybe. They claim that they've been told a 1.4L zoom lens is on the horizon and might be coming in the latter part of 2026. Now, I personally wouldn't kick a 1.4 full-frame lens out of bed, but if I had to guess, if there is a 1.4 zoom on its way, it might be for APS-C only. Though I wouldn't put it past Canon to create another U lens like they did in 2018 when they released the 28-70 f2. Now, speaking of the 28-70 f2, that's one of my all-time favorite lenses, but it is 7 years old now and needs a version 2. Now, Sony's 28-70 f2 is smaller and lighter, and that space and weight savings is absolutely noticeable. Now, it would be great to see Canon's second version go from 24-70 instead of 28-70. In fact, if they do that, they can keep it at the same size and weight of the current one, and I'd give them a pass. Or they could just make it wider and lighter, and I would be even more happy. Now, Sony has two f2 zooms, where Canon only has one. Sony has the aforementioned 28-70 f2, as well as the 50-150 f2, which is one of the best lenses I've ever used. Now, I won't sit here and tell you that Canon has fallen behind on lenses because they have the entire VCM lineup and much more. I simply would like to see some more fast-ass zoom glass. Now, what about you? What do you want to see? Let me know down below. And finally, my bowling show Born to Bowl premieres in just a few days on Monday, March 16th at 9 p.m. on HBO and HBO Max. Now, this past Monday, I attended the premiere in New York City and had a great time. Let me jump in here real quick because I want to show you the full trailer for Born to Bowl, but we can't do it in Photo News Fix due to YouTube restrictions, but it is linked down below in the description and it is pinned as the first comment in the comment section down below. So go check it out, and while you're over there watching the trailer, be sure to leave a comment that says Fro sent you. This 5-part docuseries follows 5 professional bowlers off and on the lanes as they try to make a living on the PBA Tour. Now, this isn't a show about bowling, it's a show about people who so happen to be professional bowlers. You don't have to be into bowling to enjoy the ride. You'll laugh, you might cry, and hopefully you'll watch all of season 1. Are you gonna watch it? Let me know down below.
Shove your camera up your ass.
There you have it. That's your Photo News Fix this time around. Thank you very much for watching. Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya.